Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Montoya. I've got an interesting one for you today, and that is hacks in Star Citizen. Apparently, there's a very active and vibrant hacking community already involved in the game, which is surprising to me because the game is in such an early stage, but also everything gets wiped all the time. So it's a lot of effort, I feel, being put into something which is not very productive, but it's very important that CIG is aware of what's happening in this to take action as soon as possible, because I think we've all been part of games of MMOs which have had hacks in there, and it's very discouraging and disenfranchising to the legit players when a high-level player who started at the same time as you is coming by with the end game gear or lots of gold, and you both start at the same time, but they got it from hacks. It's bad. So what we have in this video here is Avenger 1 along with another gentleman named Elevens, and our Elevens hanger you may recognize because he put out this video last year? I believe it was last year, showing the interior of a Hawk which has been hacked. There's a speed hack on this ship. So I thought, let's do this. Let's start with the Elevens video over here, and then we'll go watch some of the Rings documentary by Avenger 1. And see what they have to say. We're not going to do the whole thing. It's pretty long, but I'll try to summarize for you because I watched it, so you don't have to. So here we go. This is Eleven's video from last year.
An Anvil Hawk, exhibiting UFO-like acceleration, sets his eye on an Aegis hammerhead.
Pay attention to the speed, the velocity on the left there. These are speeds which are unattainable by a regular Hawk. You shouldn't be able to go to 1700 meters per second. Also, you shouldn't be able to stop and go on a dime. The G's that are being pulled by the ship are unobtainable normally in the game. And he's also going to launch, he's going to lock onto a hammerhead, launch something at it, and that hammerhead explodes immediately. So let's just watch that and then we'll discuss.
Designs to take him down. He charges his EMP while wildly approaching the hammerhead, when something strange happens.
I don't know why it's janky as hell there, but look at the speed on the left there, 1700 meters. It is meters per second. I hope so, because I've been saying it for the longest time. He's launched something at them. He's stopping on a dime, reversing at full speed immediately. Obviously not normal behavior for a Hawk. And you will see momentarily the Anvil hammerhead will explode. So obviously not normal. All right. This raises the question to me. I'm wondering, how many times have I been involved in any sort of PvP where I've blown up and I just write it off as, hey, this guy's really good, or he got a lucky shot, there's a shield hole in my ship, or my shields weren't registering the hits because of server lag. There's a handful of times. Now, these guys making Elevens and Avenger, obviously big PvPers, probably encounter this kind of stuff a lot more than I do. But I can count, this is another video here of an Ion just rapid firing. Again, not supposed to happen. I can count on one hand, I think, the times where I think I've encountered someone who has a hacked ship. There was a situation not long ago. There were a team of 5 of us in light fighters over Jumptown. We encountered one light fighter who was just ripping us apart, one after the other. He took us down, and I thought, okay, server lag. My shields weren't showing. I was being shot at. I didn't take evasive action fast enough when it did go red. But it's very possible that that guy had overpowered weapons, because 5-on-1 and it took us out in 30 seconds. We just chalked it off to server lag, but it could have been this exactly. So I don't want to say it's widespread. It obviously exists, but how common it is, we don't know, because I think, like many of you who may have encountered this, you just chalk it off to server lag, bad ping, any number of issues that Star Citizen is known to have. So moving on to the actual video today, and that is by Avenger 1, and it's called Rings. Now, we're not going to play the whole thing, but we'll do some pieces from it. So let's roll. It's not your phone, by the way. That's just his intro. Okay, they're going for I guess, kind of a Matrix situation where Neo's in the office and his phone rings. He goes, "There are 3 agents coming your way." Okay, that's creative. Let's watch.
Hey, you wanted to talk?
I wanted to check with you because your name came up. Were you exposing or working to expose a cheating ring using cheat engine and cheat tables?
Sorry, dude. I mean, I don't know who you are. Like, are you a SIG dev or something?
No. I'm a third party working with the anti-cheat team, but I am not employed by CIG. I am a third party.
Look, I've been burned by this stuff, like, especially recently. You've probably seen on Reddit. Like,
Well, let's pause there for a second. So, not my style of video, but I got creative. I like it. So what's happening here is I think it's 11's and he's phone calling Avenger 1. He's saying, hey man, like we need your help now. Avenger 1, what he's referencing here is not long ago he was streaming and he came across a Scorpius and the Scorpius blew him up. And he immediately went and said, this guy's cheating. There's no ways that he could have killed me. Then it turns out that the guy in the Scorpius was also recording at the time, and he put up his side saying, no, I'm actually just legit. It's you who blew up because I'm better than you, and it caused a bit of a internet fight, did it? To be perfectly honest, I didn't really pay much attention to it. I didn't think it was much of a big deal. I can understand how Avenger 1 saw it as possible a hack and called it as a hack prematurely. And obviously the Scorpius pilot responded, going, no hack at all. And there was a bit of internet backlash against Avenger 1, accusing him of, failing to admit that someone had bested him. And I guess that's what he's going on about here. But he basically had a rough couple of weeks, apparently, because I had no idea that he took it that badly. Avenger 1, if you're watching this, keep doing what you're doing, man. It doesn't matter what you do on the internet is going to be rough. If you say you like cats, someone will be angry for you not liking dogs. If you like dogs, someone will be pissed off that you don't like cats. There's no winning it. Take it from me. I've recently been through it. So keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing. And, it does suck when these things happen, but this too shall pass.
maybe I was wrong, man, but like something just didn't feel right. But,
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't feel right. I don't know how or why, but you kicked the hornet's nest. This goes way bigger than a couple of hackers. What if I told you that your video itself did more within these rings than anything I've ever seen before?
So there is this guy, I think it's 11 speaking, who is in these circles or trying to infiltrate these circles of the hackers to try to expose them to CIG. And then Avenger 1, when he posts his video about the hacking, his incident with a real hacker, that kind of got them concerned because now they can see who the person hacking was because their name's on the screen, and CIG can basically ban that person. Is that the concern? But the concern is also, where will this lead to? They want to go down the rabbit hole of it.
I don't know if you know what's really going on, but right now CIG needs all of our help. Star Citizen might not recover from what's about to happen.
It's a bit melodramatic that Star Citizen might never recover from what's about to happen. Star Citizen will recover. I see no reason to think that the game is in jeopardy and this is the end of Star Citizen because some hackers have been found. Every single MMO out there has this problem. They have hackers in there, and it's a continual game of cat and mouse. Speaking from recent experience with the launch of New World, those of you who played New World would have seen this. There were hackers in that game too. And while you were out there chopping down trees for the 9th hour, some guy was coming by fully kitted out with all the latest gear without doing anything because there was some exploit he found, and it took a while. This was the problem. I have no issue with CIG. I know they're on it. The question is, how fast can they react to it? Because some of these hacks are difficult to pinpoint. So what Avenger 1 and 11, and there was one of the gentlemen whose name I missed, who were actually involved in this. They actually infiltrated into a Discord for these hackers. I have no doubt CIG are aware, but them taking action against hacks now mean the hackers simply change something and will take a different route. It's very common for gaming companies or game developers to not allow hacks to happen, but sit back and observe to see what they're doing to find an effective way to block it. So I don't expect CIG to be on the ball and immediately be able to prevent every single hack. It's not going to happen. And I will say this now, and be aware that you will at some point come across someone who's hacking, and you will file the report, and nothing will happen for weeks or even months at a time. CIG is aware of it 100%, but how they choose to deal with it may be different and may take more time, because if you it's like whack-a-mole. You hit one, another one pops up. So it is in the best interest of a game developer to find a way to whack as many of the moles at once rather than one thing at a time. That is why you'll find they'll take a long time to deal with something. But to claim that this is the end, and there's another gentleman at the end, he goes, if CIG doesn't act, this is the end of Star Citizen as we know it. That's not true. I know it's melodramatic and maybe it's the angle they're going for, but that's not true. Like, Star Citizen will be fine. There will be hacks. There will be times where things are frustrating, but they're on it. And thank you very much for the help of Avenger 1 and 11's over here and the other gentleman, because I think they managed to expose a ring of hackers pretty early on in this game development. These hackers will get banned, the hack will be patched, but they will spring up somewhere else and they will be doing it again. But, you know, I'll post a link to this video below. It's a bit long and drawn out for my personal taste. I like things condensed into 5 minutes or less. Is that the TikTok generation? You guys are 30 seconds or less. But I'll drop a link to it. Entertaining viewing, very enlightening. I had no idea that the things I talk about exist. There's even a screenshot of what the hack looks like. Let me just scroll you through. There it is. So on the top right, or right above there, that is the hack window. And you can see they can teleport a player. They can teleport a ship. I've heard instances of people just waking up in the prison and not realizing how they got there. I don't know if a hacker can teleport a different person, but maybe that's one thing they can do. And interesting. It's all very neat and very professional looking as far as hacking tools go. So I'm impressed that there is such a vibrant and active hacking community already. And I'm also very impressed with what Avenger 1 and the guys here did and managed to expose the guys. So good work, guys, and keep it up. It's going to be interesting. I think there's definitely going to be a lot of cat and mouse going forward with Hack Star Citizen being the game it is. The way that's set up server side also and client side, there's definitely a lot of problems I think they will come across with dealing with hacks, and it's going to be an ongoing issue. But rest assured that CIG is on it, and thanks to players like Avenger 1, 11's, and the other gentlemen for taking the time to expose this and bring it to CIG's attention the way they did. It can only help things going forward. So with that, ladies and gents, thank you for your time. If you enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.